I created this workshop because I wanted to give athletes a bigger bird's eye view perspective of all the things that can affect performance and some strategies for thinking about how to get the most out of your body, out of your mind, and how to work smart, not overworking too hard so that you burn out. This system is based on a holistic system, meaning that it is about seeing the whole thing and understanding how these parts work together. And as athletes, we often rely on our coaches for this because they are designing our training programs, but there is so much more that you can do besides just doing the work. And that's really what can help you get to the next level as an athlete, is when you start to take responsibility for the things that you can personally do outside of sport that can increase your performance in sport. So I like to say there are 4 foundational pillars of peak performance, and those are physical, mental, emotional, and social. You could include spiritual in this as well, but I'm not giving lessons on that. So these are the ones that I find that everybody can really dive into for themselves. Okay. Now there's a big picture over here of some pillars, and that's because I like to think of performance like building a house. And when we create a strong foundation for each pillar, then we can build each pillar higher to support a roof, and we can build a stronger house. I also really like the analogy of a car, in that athletes a lot of the time they have this Ferrari, they have this engine, but they don't know how to work on the car. And in order to make the car go fast, in order for the car to continue to perform well, we need to understand how the car works, and we need to tweak it ourselves. So one thing to really understand about the pillars, and this is what makes this a holistic understanding, a holistic perspective of sport, is that they support and affect one another. And so you'll notice in this drawing, all the arrows are going both ways. And we often think, for example, if you've watched my TED Talk, that our mental state affects our emotional state, but we can't control our emotions to affect our mental state. But the reality is we can, we're just not necessarily aware of the ways to do that. And that's what I want to do in this course, is analyze all the different ways that we can affect our physical performance, our mental performance, and every direction. So the benefits of a holistic performance system is that we understand that change at one point in the system will affect the others. So we have options to create change from multiple angles. For example, everybody knows if you work out a certain amount per week and you have depression, it can help alleviate depression symptoms. If you have a great social life, chances are you'll be more emotionally resistant. If you meditate frequently, that'll affect your capacity to interact socially with others in challenging situations. Every single time we gain skill in one area, it does affect the others. And what I love about this is that it gives athletes creative ways to increase their performance, because sometimes we can't train harder, or sometimes we are having a hard time with our mental state. But if we go in from different angles will work better for different people. And maybe it'll help us become stronger so that we can implement other high performance habits in areas that we previously could not. This is all basically a fancy way of saying there's more than one way to skin a cat. And this course is about giving you the tools, giving you the options that empower you to take your performance to the next level.